Hello guys and welcome back to my channel and happy New Year's Eve. I of course have a New Year's Eve look for you today. It's this one here. So let's get into it. I'm feeling pretty confident in my skin, I guess, besides like my red nose because of my allergies and me itching my nose so much. But I don't feel like I need like a ton of coverage, so I just want my skin to look really pretty. So I'm going to use the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation, really nice and glowy. I'm going to put it on the back of my hand and then just push that into my skin with my beauty blender. Okay, so I applied the foundation to the rest of my skin. Definitely still some like redness coming through on my nose and stuff, but a really pretty glowy base. I'm going to apply my bronzer and my concealer at the same time so I can kind of blend them out at the same time and make it look really nice and flawless. No like lines or anything. So I'm going to take the NARS Laguna bronzer, take my favorite Merit #1 brush and just apply that kind of quickly, sloppily onto the cheeks. Because like I said, I want to blend it out with the concealer as well. So I'm just applying like the pigment basically, and I'm going to blend it out a little later. So definitely you can see the line. It's not like blended out or anything. Then I'm going to take the Makeup Forever Ultra HD concealer. This one is in 38.5. If I remember right, this one's a little yellow for me. But I think once it's blended out, it's going to be okay. So I'm just going to add it for some brightness under my eyes and around my nose because it's just like my red area. And then I just always apply down the center of my face. And this is something I don't normally do day to day, but since it is a kind of an occasion, I'm gonna apply some underneath my contour as well. To add something a little extra, especially because I'm not actually using like a contour shade, like a cool shade to contour. I'm just basically contouring with my bronzer, so I feel like adding a little bit underneath just adds a little something. Then I'm going to take that same Merit brush and just start blending out everything by kind of like tapping, rubbing where I feel like I need to, just to get a nice blended out base, and blending everything kind of together. I'm tapping to keep like, you know, the concealer near where I applied it, because obviously I applied it in those areas for a reason. But just so everything blends in kind of seamlessly together. Okay, look how flawless that side looks. You can't like even detect concealer, you can't detect bronzer, it just is all blended together and looks super flawless. I'm going to move on to the eyebrows and the eyes next, in case after we do the eye makeup we need to add any more like concealer or anything, or like clean up. I don't want to like apply powder and then have to like reapply my products, so just gonna leave it at that for now. All I'm gonna do for brows is just fill it in. My new favorite brow pencil is the brow pencil from ColourPop. I have this in light brown, I think it's called. I'm just gonna lightly fill in, give my brows a little love. I want my brows to stay all night, obviously, so I'm going to use the Brow Fix Clear Brow Gel from Charlotte Tilbury. Run that through the brows, a nice strong hold brow gel. Okay, they're nice and lifted. Whenever I use a brow gel, a clear brow gel specifically, I always just go over with my finger. Sometimes you'll get those little like clear bubble looking things, and you'll be able to like see it kind of sitting on top of the brows. So just make sure that there's none of those and that all the brow hairs are like laying flat. Okay, now for eyes, I am going to take a little bit of powder, and I just have this little Real Technique setting brush, perfect size, and just set my eyelids because they're already a little creasy from how like liquidy that foundation is, and then the concealer as well. So I just want them to be nice and set first before I add any eyeshadow. You already know I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Instant Eye Palette. Smoky eyes are forever. It's New Year's Eve, so I obviously want to be really shimmery and sparkly, so these are the perfect shadows for that. I'm going to take this like taupey color first here and just apply that with a blending brush into my crease. Just to start off, a little transition shade. I'm thinking a really sparkly lid, and then like a smoked out liner, almost like a siren eye liner. Okay, I have that taupey color all blended out in my crease. I'm going to take this purple shade. I don't know if I've ever used this shade before, but I figured that'd be kind of fun to do like a purpley look. So I'm just going to take my finger and apply it on the lid. I feel like with these shadows, it's just the easiest way to get like the most shimmer. The most payoff is just to like tap them right on the lid. Just taking my blending brush and just blending out the edges. I like to just do this in between each step just to make sure that I'm blending everything out and really like diffusing the look. And now I want to add like a pop, so I'm going to take this light pink shade, this third one here, and also just apply that with my finger. Oh, it's so pretty. I'm gonna bring it like all the way up to almost to my brow bone. I just want it to be like so sparkly across the whole lid. I'm just taking that same brush again, making sure everything's blended out, really diffused across the whole eye area. And I'm going to take any black pencil liner that you like and start creating a little bit of a wing, and I'm going straight out from my eye to create kind of that like siren eye look. Just lightly lining. I am going to blend this out a little bit too. And I'm also going to put a little bit in the inner corner and create kind of like a inner wing as well. I'm going to take this little pencil brush, this is the Morphe M421, and just drag that liner so that I'm really blending it out. I want it to be nice and smoky. I don't really care if my wing gets too thick at the end. I'm kind of just like sloppy with it because I know I'm going to take a brush at the end and clean it up. This is just a flat brush. It's actually the Morphe 432 brush. And I'm just going to clean up that line and make it like actually thin and sharp. Okay, so I did the same thing to the other eye, so now we're just going to, for the lashes, add some mascara, and then we'll finish the rest of the face. For mascara, I'm going to use the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara for some dramatic eyelashes. You could obviously add some lashes, some false lashes, but I'm just not really into that. So I'm just going to do a nice volumizing mascara instead. Applying to the top and the bottom. Mascara is done. I'm going to clean up a little bit with the concealer. I'm just going to use that same concealer that we used at first and just clean up a little bit around the eyes. I'm going back to my Ilia powder to set under the eyes. I'm just patting that with my makeup sponge. I'm also applying it to wherever I get oily, so my forehead and kind of like down my T-zone. I think I will also apply some underneath too, where I put that concealer. It's because I feel like this powder does have a little bit of like a brightening effect, so just making that pop a little bit more. I want my bronzer to pop a little bit more, so I'm just going to add some powder bronzer on top. This is the e.l.f. Primer Infused bronzer. And just go over where I originally put the NARS bronzer, but I just want it to be a little bit more intense, a little bit more visible. And then the eyes have this really pretty reddish, purpley, kind of like, it's almost like maroon or burgundy looking. So I'm going to use the Raspberry Beret blush from Merit. I'm just going to use that same brush I've been using for my creams and blend it out with that. I'm going to top that blush off with the Milani Petal Primavera blush. This one has that nice like sheen to it, shine to it. And I just like this color is really pretty and goes with the whole look. So I'm just gonna kind of top it with that. It's kind of fun to mix blushes and make more of like a custom color. I feel like I have to use the Becca Opal highlighter, RIP, but it just goes so well. So I'm gonna apply quite a bit of this because it is New Year's. The highlighter is like blinding. I'm also gonna add a little bit on my upper lip. I think it's pretty. Hopefully it won't make me look like I'm like have a sweaty upper lip or just ate greasy food or something. And a little bit on my forehead too. I kind of like it in this little area. I'm gonna take the Makeup Forever pencil in Endless Cacao and line my lips a bit. This does not match the lip color I'm going to use at all, but this is a good color just to like define your lip shape. And I feel like it also makes your lips just look like plumper too. I'm thinking this Milani Amore Satin Matte Lip Cream in Classic will be pretty. And this is also very like long wearing, long lasting. So perfect for this occasion. I love the color of that lip. It's super comfortable. It's like very matte. It's like so pigmented. It's like so opaque, but not drying. It's very comfortable on the lips. I totally forgot how pretty that color is, and I love it with the eyes. Last, we're gonna spray some Fix Plus. Okay, so that's the finished New Year's Eve look. I hope you guys love how it turned out. I definitely did. I at least hope I gave you some inspiration for whatever you're doing to bring in the new year tonight. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel to see more videos from me. I would love to have you. Thank you so much for being here and for all the support in 2022. I have a feeling 2023 is going to be even better. I hope you have a fun and safe New Year's, and I will see you next year. Bye.